Over the last 8 weeks, I have sculpted, moulded and made copies of 12 composite panels for this RX7 FD race car. And now it's time to fit them on the car. When I attached the rear guard overs to my V6 Honda Civic hill climb car, I used both pop rivets and builder's adhesive because I only compete in one car at a time events. But this RX7 is for elbows out circuit racing, where the chances of panel damage and getting a rub are much higher. So to make these fixed rear panels easier to remove in the event of them being damaged and needing to be replaced, I'm only going to attach them with pop rivets. I've fitted the rear guard over. I've had good purchase down here. They left a good amount of the car when I cut the steelwork off, so I was able to put pop rivets along there. I've got to blend that edge with the B-pillar, and I've got a row of rivets running right down the top there. They're 4.8mm rivets, so they're fairly strong. Mates up fairly well with the rear. It fits pretty well over the tyre. And the door shuts. The other side took a little more work. I had no trouble putting a row of countersunk rivets along this top edge and across the B-pillar. The door jamb was a bit harder because they left so little factory metal here, only about 5mm, so there hasn't been enough steel left for rivets here. So I had to put this bracket here to fasten the guard, and it now holds it and the door clears. Now I'll get on to filling all these rivet holes, and then you won't even know they're there. I'm about halfway through fitting my body kit to the Mazda RX7, and I've been reminded that even when you've made the kit for this car, on this car, things don't fit exactly and precisely as you would like in every area. Most of it, yes, it's all spot on, but there's a few points where things are a little bit out and need some adjustment. I've done a few tweaks and adjustments that most people wouldn't know how to do. So if you ever buy a comprehensive fiberglass body kit for your car, realise that no matter who makes it or where it's from, it's not going to fit perfectly in every spot. You are going to have to make adjustments, and some of them may challenge you as to trying to work out how to make that thing fit in that particular place. One of my last jobs now is to fit mesh to the grille and vent openings on the car. The sort of mesh that came with some of the parts that were supplied with the car isn't suitable because the rules state that you must not be able to see the engine or the parts in the engine bay through the bonnet openings. The rules also say that you're not allowed to see the inside of the bodywork through vent openings in the mudguards. I've spent about 2 weeks hunting around trying to find what I know is the right mesh for this job. I went back to the aluminium bulk supplier in Newcastle where I got the grill mesh for my own Honda Civic, and he told me you couldn't buy it in small pieces anymore and I had to buy a 30-metre roll of it. So I went around looking for other stuff. I bought this on the net. This looked the goods. It was described as stainless steel fly mesh, but when I got it, it's just too floppy. So, and it's too transparent as well. So that was a complete and utter waste of time. So I went back to my aluminium supplier and talked again to the young guy on the counter, and it turned out he had the wrong product in mind. What you need to say to your aluminium supplier is not that you want fly screen, aluminium fly screen, like I did the first time. Rather, what you need to say is you want expanded aluminium mesh for a security door. And I was able to get this. You get it in a sheet that's obviously door size, about I think this is 700 wide by 2.1 high, and you can get it in bigger sheets as well. But this is absolutely perfect. It's the right balance between letting the air through. You can breathe through this super easy. There's no restriction to speak of. It'll stop small stones, and it meets the rules because, as you can see, it blocks out the view of what's inside. So this is the perfect stuff for the job. I'm going to put it on the car. Only comes in black. If you want fancy colours, you just get a can of aerosol and away you go. Are you ready to see your baby in its new sexy clothes?
Oh, wow. Gee, that's beautiful, Bob. Look at that. Yeah. It's sweet as, isn't it? Gee.
There's a few little things there you know were coming.
I didn't know that you were going to put all these things in here. Well, that's beautiful, eh?